Thank you so much to Factor for sponsoring this video. Some of you might remember in 2021 when the Scooby-Doo Courage crossover Straight Outta Nowhere came out. Being a huge fan of both of these shows, I really loved it at the time. Rewatching it recently, I have some issues. It's a decent Scooby movie, but a pretty bad Courage movie. Don't get me wrong, the parts that are good are really good. Others...
I'm a well-to-do dude with a 1% freaking nightmare.
Hurt me. So let's dive in. But first, between making videos and my day job, I'm always super busy. Plus, I'm kinda not in good shape, and I want to eat healthier. Luckily, there's Factor 75. With Factor, you can get fresh, never frozen meals delivered to your door and pop in the microwave for 2 minutes. No prep, no cleanup, nothing. With so many healthy menus to choose from. Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, Keto, and Vegan. The best part is when things get hectic, Factor has got your back. You can change up your order every week, from 4 to 18 meals per week. And you can pause to reschedule anytime. Get 50% off and free shipping on your first Factor box, and 20% off your next month's orders, using my link as well as my code. Thank you so much for Factor 75 for sponsoring this video, and thank all of you. Your support ensures me I can deliver more of the content you love, so let's get our grub on. So right off the bat, I have to admit, I didn't think the story is that good. I think it's needlessly complicated. So the way Scooby and Courage meet is that both dogs hear a strange noise, which leads to Scooby separating from the gang and ending up in nowhere, which seems to be crawling with monstrous cicadas. The kids meet up with Scooby and are introduced to the Bag family. They are all invited to the mayor's mansion for dinner, which is also a museum of the weird history of nowhere. Apparently the cicadas are a product of a meteor, and there's this big giant cicada that gets into a kaiju battle of Courage near the end. There's a lot going on. But here's the thing that really soured my rewatch of this. The meteor being the main reason weird stuff happens in Nowhere. We don't need a reason why Nowhere is the way it is. Courage is one of those cartoons where we accept the show's reality and roll with it. Giving Nowhere this convoluted backstory just sucks the fun out of it. This is like what happened with Scooby-Doo Curse of the 13 Ghosts and Return to Zombie Island, where, oh, the 13 ghosts weren't real, they were holograms, or the zombies and cat creatures were swamp gas, or whatever the hell else. Cats and LaQuack are revealed to be the villains in a plot to steal the town's money. And let me ask this, would they really just stand there explaining their crimes without even attempting to make an escape? Or just dance with the gang in the bags at the end like their old friends? No. The Easter eggs to famous Courage episodes were fun to see when I first saw it, but now at a time where you're oversaturated with every remake/revival doing the same remember this routine, it's just not cute anymore. Side note, I know why they couldn't do it, but I wish D-Long from Courage actually made a cameo. It would have been kind of funny when the gang are driving to find Scoob, they accidentally run into him in the road and he goes, "Watch where you going, you fool." There's other things we don't have to get into. Like, I don't like how they excluded John Dilworth any more than you do, and I felt he should have at least been a consultant if he wanted to, but corporations are gonna corporation, sadly. And yeah, let's talk about the Eustace rap. Not only is this totally out of character for him, but it's incredibly cringy. And my god, they have him raising the roof, giving bling. Ugh. When I first saw this movie, this was painful. This was definitely made to pad the movie further. You could have cut this out and not miss a thing. There are some things that are still good about the film. The character stuff is great. I especially love the friendship between Scooby-Doo and Courage. The crew behind this film really did their homework and did a great job of recreating the world of Courage the Cowardly Dog. And it was nice hearing some of the old music cues and voice actors like Marty Grabstein as Courage and Thea White as Muriel in her last role before she passed away. Jeff Bergman does a really good job as Eustace. He sounds eerily similar to the original voice, Lionel Wilson. And this wasn't even his first time voicing him. He previously voiced him in one of the CN 20th anniversary bumpers. I remember those, and at the time I thought Lionel came back. The opening credits is probably my favorite part of the film, taking place at the carnival, and having a mix of cameos of iconic villains from both series. Strangely, this wasn't the first time the two dogs met. I remember there was a marathon in 2000, the Scooby-Doo Courage the Cowardly Dog Scare-a-thon. The wraparounds had a gang running out of gas and going to the bag house to use the phone, but the power goes out and it's past the time telling ghost stories. I say out of both of them, I prefer Scare-a-thon. The story is a lot simpler and shorter, though it has its own problems too, mostly with the out of character moments, like Eustace and Mario somehow understanding courage, and Eustace implied to have groped Daphne.
Freddy, I'm scared! Hold me! I feel safer already.
I'm over here, Daphne.
So I don't see this as the worst, just doesn't hold up with repeated viewing. I think knowing Courage's creator was not invited to participate does sully my enjoyment a little bit, and one thing I find interesting at the time this came out, I thought this would be the start of CN's revivals of their classic shows, even though Maxwell Adams' pitch for a Billy and Mandy movie was rejected. Fast forward to 2025, they have several reboots in the works, from their classic shows to reboots of shows that aren't even that old. I doubt Courage will get one, but you never know. If he does, I prefer they get John Dilworth back on board. As for this movie, I think it would have worked better in the early 2000s, which was at the height of Courage's popularity and where the Scooby-Doo DTV movies were allowed to be much darker. But what do you think? Have your thoughts on the movie changed? Let me know in the comments. Until next time, I'm 47 Cartoon Guy, and I gotta fly.